Hello, this is Grace talking, also known as Grey Fable. You are currently listening to Arkenmore, D&D Noir. In this podcast, I run my friends through my Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition Noir theme setting called, you guessed it, Arkenmore. Atop the bones of the monster continent of Arkenmore, a land that was once the exclusive realm of heroes and adventurers, a new society was erected. Fueled by changing technology and powerful economics, the city of New Amphros now stands as the crown jewel of the human empire. However, rampant corruption and organized crime have tarnished what might have otherwise been a golden era. We are picking up after a break following the Morgato arc. No content warnings for this episode, so let's begin. Now, we are live. Welcome everybody. It has been a hot minute since we've done this. But welcome back to our Arkenmore campaign. Part 2. Post Morgato. A New Deal. Colin. That's the end of the title. And now we pick up where we left off, where our newly formed party has just escaped the island prison of Morgato, before it was completely subsumed by the undead. Each of you were brought there as prisoners, convicted of disparate crimes, and sentenced to idle your years of your life in that ancient fortress. However, fate had other things in store. After being granted a shared vision of the undead uprising and killing everyone within the facility, you banded together and you formed a plan. After much intrigue, sneaking around, recruiting prison gangs, and the like, you escaped beneath the ancient Dwarven fortress and set sail on one of the vessels that the prior denizens had left behind. You do not know who else might have escaped the slaughter at Morgato, and you do not know what fate has in store for you next. But what has become clear is that a new chapter is beginning in your lives, perhaps a chance to start over. 2 of your fellow escapees gave you options for where you could proceed. Hugh Gilt, the private detective, suggested that his contact, a smuggler by the name of Red Rudy, could hide y'all within his warehouse in Old Town, whilst Dr. Zi'Tauru, on the other hand, insisted you could steer the boat to her colleague's private harbor in the Southerly Hills, where he will surely offer you all refuge. Since then, you all voted on where you would like to go next, and after much deliberation, some changes of minds, the majority ended up electing to try your chance with Dr. Zi'Tauru's wealthy associate. And now, in the deepest hours of the longest night, your small, ancient vessel steers towards the south. From the distance, you can see the glittering lights of New Amphros. The city of dreams looks so peaceful at this hour, though you'll know it to hide a layer of strife and violence below. And after the horrors you have all witnessed at Morgato, some of you can't help but wonder whether the city's denizens have experienced anything similar during the night as to what you went through. However, the main city is not where you're headed now. Instead, you follow the shoreline as your guidance south to where Dr. Zi'Tauru directs you to where she believes your friend's harbor lies. Speaking of which, who was it again who was steering the ship? The helm?
It was not Carmen, because Carmen was dealing with battling hypothermia. It wasn't Maya, because Maya was down looking around at baubles and things down below.
If you put a gun to my head, it's
Can
probably
Callum
Koloth.
reach?
No,
Yeah.
I've never been to the ocean before. No way can I
True,
pilot a boat.
actually.
No, it's probably Koloth. Like, if we're being real here.
Yeah.
An experienced sailor. This would be his second time on a boat. The first one being when they came to the city.
Yeah, but you look like you know what you're doing.
Hold up. So didn't we need strength to actually move the boat?
So it can be moved without wind, which you definitely had to do, especially at first to get out. In which case, I remember Koloth and a beer. We're pushing it. Edward tried to jump in. I think he got pushed aside.
I think that might have happened. Yeah.
Oh, and Gulum
It did
Creed
happen. I
is also
wanted help.
pushing it.
They did not want my help.
Well, to be fair to you, you're not exactly equipped to do so.
A noodle.
I'm average.
Cheekbones, we need more than average to guide a boat. Gestures weakly to the literal bear.
You've never seen a bear strut before, but now you have. Oh. Maybe you have, I don't know. It's your life.
You might have been to the circus.
If no one else volunteers to take the helm, then we're gonna say that it's going to be everyone's hero, Hugh Guilt.
Blessed be Guilt, knowing how to fucking move a ship. Oh, bless him.
Well, I ain't still a sailor, but you can do anything if you put your mind to it. Tap, tap, tap. Spins the wheel. There were... Oh, what was that?
Oh, I was just going to say, I have the most faith in you.
Give it a few experimental turns before we get to the harbor.
Yes. I appreciate that, Mr. Koloth. Thank you, Miss Carmen. Really,
Mild salute continues, just shivering.
It is dark. You are navigating by the lights off the shore. You cannot see any hazards in the water, but also, blessedly, aside from the moonlight, there are no lights on your ship. No one can really make out what the vessel is as you're nearing the shoreline, going south. As if you in fact were smuggling something. Eventually, the city lights get broken from the constellation that is the skyscrapers and the many various residential buildings. You pass the Dragonspire's bridge to the other side of the city, the suburbs, the southerly hills, where lights are still seen, but they are much further apart from each other. As you're watching for this, Dr. Zi'Tauru is now standing on the bow of the ship, looking for her friend's estate. Eventually, she calls out, "There! Those lights! Do you see?" She points. Twinkling out in the distance is a few soft, warm, pinkish hues. That's Dr. Whitehall's estate. I know those lights. He uses the antique Rosenglass lamps for his building.
There's a slow nod from Carmen, and she'll ask, "How do you plan to approach him?" With this mild gesturing toward the group that is currently assembled.
She gives you all a cursory look over, adjusts her glasses, raises her head. I am certain it will take some explaining. However, I have a very long-standing relationship with Dr. Whitehall, and he will hear me out.
Those concerns were best voiced before we had finished our voyage here.
Oh, sorry, I was trying to get over literally being dunked in the water.
I hold no grudge. I'm merely stating for the future.
Well, it can't hurt to try. And if it doesn't work out, we have an alternative in mind, don't we?
Yeah, I'm sure the rich people have party cruises coming around all the time.
Well, he's a more solitary person, but like I said, if I explain things to him, he will invite us in. Yes. Steer guilt was it? Steer it towards there. There should be a dock. He shrugs and starts spinning the wheel. I hope y'all can swim if we hit something.
Oh boy, more swimming.
The Asian vessel bobs closer and closer to the shoreline. Now, of course, it is hard to make out, but as you get closer, you do see a wooden dock protruding out into the water. There is another sail ship moored on the side of it. But if you could possibly, with some finesse, maybe get aligned with it, or you are getting close enough where you guys can get close and jump into the water.
I think everyone just jump into the dock and just leaving nature and fate to the ship seems ill-advised.
Whoosh. All right.
And there's probably some rope or something around.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could probably at least get something for the ship.
Tie it
I
up.
mean, we could also, one of us could go aboard, pull it closer,
Oh,
and attempt to maneuver and dock it,
to help
like you would a
dock it.
sailboat.
Yeah. For some
Also-
reason, yes.
You do have an anchor.
Oh, we do have an anchor. I guess getting it close to the dock where we can comfortably jump off would be fine as a compromise.
You can also do an ice bridge if we just want to drop the anchor close to the dock and then.
I mean, could you actually do an ice bridge and then maybe you, me, and someone else maneuver it closer to the dock?
What time is it?
Oh, so
Like
this
3
is-
a.m.
Yeah, this is 3 a.m. is about right.
I mean, we started tired.
Hell.
Now we're
I'm
even
just
more
checking
tired.
the light.
I'm also not going to be of any help pulling it. I am out of wild shapes.
I can help.
Sure. Yeah. Get to shore with
Or did
me.
we take a long rest?
No.
No.
No, you did not.
Right.
Yeah,
No,
you
we
did not have
can't.
long rest time yet.
But yeah, I have no spells or I don't have anything.
Yeah. So Carmen's gonna get up, give a 1-2 calisthenics on shaky legs, and look over to Callum for the ice.
I'll like
Bridge.
take out the willow branch and burn incantation and kind of trace it through the air, and 2 5-foot squares of ice are formed.
Right. Who here knows knots?
Well, if you can't tie a knot, tie a lot. I always say. Hugh says from the helm.
What does that even mean?
It's not very helpful.
I can tie knots. We used to have to tie up the bullet.
Make it steady.
Yeah.
Put it on the.
I can add an extra hand
That would be amazing. Thank you.
mentally.
I can offer an extra hand physically.
Thank you, Cola.
That received far more of recognition than it's fine.
There was thanks until. Isn't that really delicate? That can't do much.
So it
Yours.
can lift. It adds poundage of effectiveness.
What is it? 5 pounds?
Poundage.
Yeah, the mage hand it can lift and carry a certain poundage. Which is why I'm saying, like, I'm adding an extra hand to
Yeah.
handling the rope.
But we would ask someone to tie a knot to the hanger so that we have a means to pull. Both if there's one at the stern and one towards more the side, so we can at least attempt to get it drifting in the correct direction.
Maya will definitely tie them up.
Also, like, if illumination's an issue, like
that actually will be really helpful. Actually,
it's got you covered.
Oh boy,
Right.
None of us have dark vision. Yes, please.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, Koloth also.
I
has
am going to
vision.
push both of you in the water.
Okay.
Rude.
Sorry, that was rude. I'm really tired.
Yeah, that's fine. Ed is going to, like, he's wearing the guard's uniform. He's gonna, like, there might be a badge or some, like a button. He's gonna touch it, so, like, a bright light exudes from him.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. So you turn your badge into a light. You all, anchor the ship. Maya, what kind of proficiencies do you have? Like, tools-wise? We could probably, let's make this a survival check, actually. Make a survival check. I just want to see, yeah, how secure it is.
You know, you hating on my tools here, Birdie, but she
No.
does have Weaver's tools proficiency.
Oh, that's
which
adorable.
Would be pretty usul for not.
I would say
yeah.
so, yeah. I think that's
Here.
very, pertinent.
Calm will murmur an incantation again, and his hand will light up, and I'll tap you on the shoulder, and get guidance.
There we go. That's what we were waiting for.
Adorable.
A one on both? A one on both?
That's
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
rough, buddy.
yeah, it is.
The vindication that I just felt. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have jinxed it.
Spectacular, though. You sure took advantage of the opportunity.
I'm so sorry. It's too cold. My hands are slipping.
Yeah.
Understandable. Anything that can be done, we can probably do by hand. Koloth is a good swimmer, even if he doesn't sail. And he's strong.
Yeah. I'm guessing Carmen and Callum managed to get to the dock before that happened, or did it happen beforehand? Like, what caused the knots to originally give? Was it the
Alright.
pulling?
So she rolls a 6. The anchor, it's 6 total. The anchor rolls off the deck, and it tugs at the ship, and you hear a snap.
Is it a wooden snap or an anchor snap?
An
Or a
anchor
rope
snap.
Right. All of you to the front of the deck.
Sorry, Specs. Your rolls are so impressively bad. I don't know what demon or hag you pissed off. Or
Change the dice mod specs.
Yeah.
I did that last time. Like, I can keep changing it. I don't think it's gonna help.
True that.
That's why we don't have the Rafe dice anymore.
Oh yeah.
All right. Okay, so
So,
Well, it actually almost kind of makes sense for the anchor if none of us checked the
it's an
actual
old,
chain of it. It's an old fucking
Old ship.
boat. If no one checked before they put it down, yeah, no, of course it has rusted the links and caused the shit to go brittle and snap.
it's fine. We can pivot. The anchor just being gone is problematic, but we'll make do.
if we get it to the dock, then we can tie it Dr. Whitehall should have some rope for us. Like,
Right.
and you
Okay.
can tell very easily, those with any insight, that she's getting like antsy to get off the ship.
I imagine.
Every single one of us has insight. Callum, with me. We're getting off the ship. Let's get ropes going.
Stuck to it.
Hop across the ice bridge.
Ed's gonna stick near the edge of
Please do. Carmen
the
can't
deck.
see.
The deck so you can see.
And are we able to make our way across it without any difficulty, or would you like a check?
Oh, you're going to be able to make your way across it, as through the lights that Edward is offering, with the ice bridge. Now, I mean, of course, there's some slosh. You're in like the ocean,
Yeah.
shallow part of it. There's some sloshiness as you're carefully working your way across the little icebergs that he's making for you. However, as you're approaching the dock from the little icebergs in the water, there is a new light that shines on you, not from the ship, but from the dock, as several flashlights beam over on you. And who's going first?
Carmen. And she's going to just yell, "Doc, get your friend!"
Now, Carmen, with your passive perception, you're hearing this kind of like hissing and snarling noise from the shore. It's kind of and you hear a voice shout out to you, really kind of gruff voice. Halt! Halt! Don't approach!
Literally on ice, man.
Who's there?
What do you want? Friends of Doctor... Doctor, what is your full name?
Dr. Zi'Tauru shouts out, "Oh, I know that voice! Stop! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! It's me! It's Dr. Zi'Tauru! Doctor, is that you, Mr. Bromgold?" There is a very pregnant pause. You hear more of this snarling. And it's hard to see from the flashlights being shown at your face from the shore. You hear, "Doctor? Why? What are you... What's going on? Don't... Let them come ashore! Oh, get Dr. Whitehall!" There's another pause, and you hear conversing. He's like, "Wait here, I'll be back."
Callum, how long can these ice floats last?
It's a very good question. 1 hour.
Oh, thank God. Okay,
But I can only have 2 of them like going at a time, so we have to
Yeah.
like kind of take turns.
No, what's honestly probably happening is like Carmen is going first, leaning over and helping you across.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Zi'Tauru is like, wait, let's make it to shore. I can explain everything to talking to you guys. Let me go.
All right. Snip. Just cast to let her hip hop.
Yeah.
I guess.
Can't we beach the boat?
No, because there's a dock. Unless we want
Right.
to run it into the dock.
Herb, I mean, this is kind of like a crazy thought, but very rarely does a dock encompass the entirety of the beach, right?
Well, no, but isn't it like super far out? Right?
It's kind of far out.
Far out, man.
It's not super far out. It's far out enough to come
Okay.
into so that a decent sized boat can moor to it. And Dr. Zi'Tauru is going to try to lower herself down to try and get across.
Yeah, Carmen will start maneuvering back to help her.
Oh, thank you, she says.
Yeah.
She's like
Yeah.
breathing really hard, very excited right now.
Alright, hand on me, I guess. Alright, Callum, let's start the bridge over again.
Just kind of cue everybody up and over. What's your step?
Football carrying the casting halfling on one hand, carrying the dock on the other as a counterweight.
And she makes her way to the dock and says, "Oh, Mr. Bronco, could you let the others get to the dock?" There's another pause. You hear, "Yes, get them over here."
Alright. And slowly, because it is slow, we're only able to do 2 at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, even before we start that, Carmen will look back and the ship doesn't have an anchor. Can we have one?
Who are you asking?
The blackness? I don't know if she can actually see the groundskeeper, whoever this is.
When you get closer to the dock, you'll see. If you get the person who's standing over you with a flashlight is actually, you see, surprisingly, a very, very tall, very broad bugbear wearing a very finely tailored suit. He's holding a flashlight on one hand, the other hand he has a chain. The end of it is a black-scaled guard drake that's snarling and snapping. You can see, you clock immediately that he has a harness on under his suit with a pistol he's letting to poke out. He's looking at you with a very difficult to read expression.
She just stares back at him. She has been unconscious twice in the past 24 hours, is soaking wet from a previous excursion into the goddamn ocean, and is so tired. I am asking for an anchor to get the rest of them off. Unless
We
you
could
want
tie
this
the
to
boat.
take 2 hours.
Tie the boat to the dock instead, perhaps.
That would also be fine.
Very well. He gestures at a large pile of rope on the dock. For the safety of the dock, I suggest that you make quick work of it, lest you run it aground.
That was why I was asked. Yes, sir. And Carmen will get to fast of work as she can, shaking fingers and all, because she was also still gripping ice. Ice sheets are ice. But with Toloff there and with the others as well, I'm guessing we can at least set it so that this boat is stabilized in some variety. Is it high tide or low tide? Can we tell?
Well, I think it's probably on the other end of low tide at this point. Or transitioning that way. Because it was high tide a while ago when you left.
It was high tide, actually, yeah. So it should be good for a couple hours even if we just tie it. That said, we are going to want to get an anchor on it soon so that it doesn't cause damage.
Yeah.
Because high tide will push it in.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna. Wood against wood. It's gonna just slap, slap, slap.
Yep.
Before too much time passes, as you are tying up the ship with what resources you have, there is a new arrival trotting down towards the docks. You hear more of the kind of commotion, the snarling of guards and drakes, more flashlights flickering around in the dark of the night, and you see someone rushes up to where Dr. Zi'Tauru is waiting. He is a rather tall, broad, human male. He has a mane of white curly hair and a puff of white beard. I guess something of a more, physically fit Santa Claus figure. approaches Dr. Zi'Tauru. He says, "Oh, Lai, is that you? Lai? What are you doing here? I haven't heard from you in months, and oh, Lai." He reaches out as she is breaking down on the spot in a very reserved way. She kind of just starts holding herself and shaking, says, "Everard, he embraces her for a moment. He's like, "Oh, Lai, holds her arm's length, then looks to you, Carmen, who is wearing a prisoner's
Very
uniform."
bloodied. Well, actually, I'm not even sure if the prisoner's uniform is actively visible. Because we have romper weave vest on right now. We have blood. All of our sleeves have been cut. Pants have been cut in order to make the rope. There's the cloak that I think is still on her. You can probably see.
Maya is taking that cloak off of you the minute you put your guard clothes back on.
I don't have guard clothes.
Yeah.
Clothes.
Oh.
I have not taken off the prison clothes. I'm not wearing. I'm not wearing a vest, bare chested. That shit would be awful.
You didn't take it off when you were soaking wet?
What did she have to take it off to replace with?
Yeah, that's not how cloaks work usually. You don't just strip down naked. It's like, well, I've got the cloak.
That's not
Yes.
so.
No, girly. She's using that as a blanket.
As a blanket.
As a blanket, but Maya would not be giving that to you if you're wearing all the bloodstained clothes still, because yeah.
Yeah.
So mean.
Look,
I'm going to push you into the river. Next time I fucking get, I'm pushing you into the river. She would hand over the cloak, however, immediately.
Yeah. All right.
And immediately also start shivering.
Yeah, it's cold. Yeah. You know what? Ed would offer his, because the guard uniform does have like an outer jacket. He would offer that.
She would take it immediately. There's no immediate sign of gratitude, but the sternness around her mouth softens.
Oh, yeah.
And the shivering goes away slightly.
Ed doesn't notice. He's just used to everyone being mean to him right now.
He doesn't notice. He's too busy being passive aggressive.
It's true. Ed, look, I learned from the best. No, wait, my mother was overtly aggressive. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Alright, so right now,
Yes, so
Dr. Whitehall is gesturing to Carmen, to the ice caps in the water. He points his flashlight at the Dwarven vessel, and the other people on the ship looks over to Dr. Zi'Tauru. He's like, "Oh, Lai, who are these people? What's going on?" She says, "Please," she kind of puts her hand on his shoulders, "Please, these people, they saved my life tonight. We all almost perished. Could you, please, I will explain everything. Just let them get to shore and let us." Oh, she kind of shivers in the way that Carmen, is a bit of a put on. And just please.
I love her actually, never mind.
He examines her for a moment. Carmen, as you're bearing witness to this beside them, you see this kind of a spark in his pale blue eyes as he's looking at her. Of course, Lai. Oh, I am riveted to hear the story behind all this. Please, get all these people on shore. Mr. Bromgold, please, could you help them? get them all on shore. Let's get them inside, and let's get them warmed up, please.
I'm just gonna look to the bugbear.
He looks at the bugbear. Looks at you. Like, how can I be of assistance?
Please help me pull the ship closer to the dock so that they can get across easier than that. Mild gesturing to the ice cubes.
He whistles. He puts his fingers in his mouth. He whistles, and some more security personnel run up and start to haul the rope.
There's a moment where she does just take a minute to try to make some feeling come back to her hands before Carmen will get closer to where the boat is now cresting toward the dock to help others, especially the old man and Flick onto the dock proper.
All right, so for the next few minutes, Dr. Whitehall's personnel are all going to be helping you moor the boat and helping people get onto the dock.
Yeah.
One thing I want to make a note is the Koloth. When you get onto the dock, there is a moment where you see that Mr. Brongle is staring at you very intensely. But when you meet his eyes, he breaks and looks away.
Oh, well, he doesn't get to break a look away. I'm a hobgoblin.
He looks away.
Oh, wait. You said...
He's a bugbear.
He says, "Greetings, warrior."
He hears you, and he says lower than the words he said so far, which have all been kind of loud barks. He says lower. Kick Zi'Tauru. You know that is Goblinese for son of Gozar.
Because we're in the company of people who are less familiar, I think it would be polite to just say, "I see you are doing your duty with honor. It is a pleasure to meet someone such as yourself."
He looks back to you when you said that. Nice to meet you. And he goes back to attending to his duties, which is not usual behavior from bugbears from your experience.
I just got out of jail. He can do whatever he wants.
We're all adjusting.
He was sufficiently differential when I made my appearance, so clearly he knows what's up and is worthy of respect. What it means, though, is that I misunderstood what these doctors are. So...
Is that right?
Oh, there's Dr. Whitehall has his own bugbears.
He does. And as you're all looking, you see that he's started to chat up Dr. Zi'Tauru as this is going on. He's like, he also knows his Koloth. Well, look at that. A hobgoblin. Well, he greets you in Goblinese very quickly. Just you. Oh, this is quite a motley crew that you brought aboard here to my house, Dr. Zi'Tauru. He's clearly someone who likes the sound of his voice, as he's kind of just talking this whole time and not really doing anything to help.
Clan Koloth greets you, Whitehall.
Oh, I'm honored, sir. Honored. I'm sure that there's plenty of tales that you have to share yourself. Let's see. Oh, when they have folks, of course. Oh. He looks at Ghoul and Creed as she kind of stomps on the deck. She's like, "Hey," she says.
I love her. I love her so much.
And Hugh Gilt kind of walks up. He's like, well, nice to meet you, sir. I would tip my hat to you, but he motions and shows he's got nothing on his head and shrugs and offers his hand. And they shake. Oh, nice to meet you. You are Mr. Gilt, Hugh Gilt. A pleasure. Actually, Now that I think about it, let me roll a check for him when he hears Gilt's name. And, oh, that was private. It was a 12. He's like, he kind of shakes me. He's like, oh, Mr. Gilt, well, I'm sure. It's a pleasure to meet your acquaintances. He's greeting everybody who comes on board. Righto, I'm going to, shall alert to the butler to, get the parlor warmed up, please. He kind of nods at, the bugbear, Mr. Brongle, to go and get that ready. It's like, well, you all look like you've all been half drowned, it seems. I'm sure that you are, very, very pleased to be on dry land.
Yes, sir.
As we cannot describe.
Well, welcome to my humble abode. He kind of motions. He's wearing kind of a bit of a leisure suit right now. Definitely doesn't look like he was expecting guests, as you can imagine. He motions. Well, the good Dr. Zi'Tauru promised me a story, and I believe I'm quite owed one. If you'd all like to proceed, like with everyone's on board, then he glances over as Charles Flick finally being escorted on board. Like, oh my good sir, are you quite all right? Dr. Zi'Tauru puts a hand on his shoulder, meets his gaze, and she kind of shakes her head. I will explain more when we get inside, please. If you don't mind, if we could get all of our guests, she looks at you all, into a safe place.
It would be much appreciated.
And so, you all have made your way as guests of Dr. Everard Whitehall.
How much warmer is the interior from the exterior? Asking for a friend.
Oh my goodness. So, you approach the main building of the estate. It is... While the main building itself is impressive, if you take a look around, you see stretches of yard and other buildings all around it. The exterior, it is dark from what you can see. But already you notice that it's a bit unusual for the new Ambrosian aesthetic. Mm-hmm. It is more of a white clay exterior with red shingles, kind of in the Spanish style in our world, as you would kind of expect it to be. A little bit of a contrast to the gloomy, wintry weather that you're in. You're going in through the back way. However, as soon as you step in, you feel this like rush of warmth just hit you like a pillow as you step inside. It is a fairly elaborately decorated interior. You have to go up through this huge deck to overlook the sea. You go through the back way, there through past this kind of a dining hall, then through a wide hallway. It takes you to a fairly elaborately elegantly furnished parlor room. The stylings are very classical, like the rest of it, except as you notice as you step into this, above a lit fireplace over the mantel is hanging a large stuffed head of some kind of leonine creature with a full mane that is full of spikes, and there's rings of spikes around its face. Its mouth in death has been stuffed to be posed open. You see multiple rows of razor-sharp teeth, and the eyes are the most eerie part of it. They look almost human-like.
Do I recognize what it is?
You can make a nature check with advantage, Maya, given your... Trent calling it out, given your experiences with monstrosities. Y'all know this is no animal, Nat 20, all of a sudden? Okay. That's what you spent on?
Well, you know, I changed my dice. That may have actually done
Carmen is just going to immediately look to Maya.
You recognize this is something you've always wanted to work with. It's a manticore. Posed underneath the stuffed head, there is a long hunting rifle. As Dr. Whitehall is escorting all of you all in, he's like counting you. Oh, there should be room for all of you. Come in, come in. Mr. Wicker, please. As he calls the name of another servant, almost as if just appearing outside out of nowhere, there is a middle-aged male halfling. He has dark hair, true silver that's kind of combed back, wearing his own kind of like tailored suit. He's looking at you. Although small, he's giving off this very distinguished exterior, a kind of pointed nose that's raised at all of you. He looks at you like, why yes, doctor, what can I do for you? He says, and you recognize the accent from the south of Arkenmore in his voice. Please, our guests have been through something harrowing. They're all nearly freezing to death. Could you please register some spirits? Oh, yes. Get the fine elven Brandy. You see, Dr. Zi'Tauru has returned. He points to her, and I think that's only appropriate. And he winks at her, dramatically. Why, of course, sir. But should I get? He counts. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is it going to be 10 glasses? Was everybody partaking tonight?
I will not know.
He kind of gives like a half bow to you to say that.
Ed's in the background, like licking his lip and trying to be very subtle about it. It's been a while. Oh, it's been a while.
Would sir like some brandy?
It would be rude. It would be rude to say no.
Well, of course, of course.
To that end, I must offer my apologies. The children of Gozar do not imbibe.
He gives another kind of respectful bow, like nod to you. Gollum says like, "I'll have some."
I wouldn't say
Never had elven
no,
crap
just something
before.
warm.
He still was like, "Yes, Callum."
Something to warm the belly. Be most
You see that when you speak, he kind of perks when he hears your accent. There's just this kind of like this very like brief window behind his exterior before he like nods to you.
Thank you.
Of course, sir, of course. And he like snaps his fingers and gestures. There's other servants that he's with. He's like, please, we'll need about 8 glasses, please. He's kind of like ushers them all to go and fetch it. And Dr. Whitehall will, for his part, motion to you all. Why, goodness, you are, quite drenched, aren't you? Don't worry, please. You can go ahead and take a seat, all of you. You see, he gestures to the plush couches all laid him out. Mr. Wicker, would you be drove and get us some towels? Yes, thank you. He motions for his servants to go and lay towels and set on the furniture for you all to sit on.
Yeah, that's, you know what? That's fair. That's very fair.
Treating him like my mom treats Theodore. Yeah.
It's like, damn. Can't catch a break, brother. To be fair, we all probably smell fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Fighting dead people for hours.
And please pull yourself up to the fire if you like. Get yourself nice and warm and dry. He kind of adjusts.
Carmen is
to the very large
immediately,
fireplace.
even after getting the towel, Carmen is immediately just back to the fire.
Yeah, she's
standing.
She's been caked in a lot of things: viscera, water, exhaustion. That's fair. Ed, for his part, he's putting his attention less on himself, and it's this weird dance between Flick and his favorite person in prison. Second only. First, well,
I was about to say, damn, Callum got lost almost immediately.
No. Look, Calum is a favorite, but like Calum does not. It hurts to say this. Does not need to be babysat.
Yeah, the old man has had better days.
I appreciate that you're like, well, I would prefer to be able to babysit him, but he finds that patronizing.
And so, you all get cozy in this kind of lavish parlor room. Dr. Whitehall, for his part, takes a big, chair that kind of looks like it's conformed to his, rather large body as he's getting himself comfortable. He leans forward to Dr. Zi'Tauru, who's situated near him. Well, it's been, like I said, it's been months, and you... Well, I've invited your guest into my home. Now you owe me, pardon my expression, one hell of a story. She's kind of sitting there, as he says that, tittering. Yes, Everard, of course. It is difficult to where I can get started, so I'm just going to go and say it. I have been doing some field work at Morgato, the, island prison facility a bit off the shore, and she pauses and looks back at you all, looks at him. These people were all residents of the prison. He raises an eyebrow. Well, this has certainly been the most exciting night for me. Were you all on early release then? Kind of.
There was a zombie outbreak down below.
No, sorry, my dear, what was that?
There was a zombie outbreak down below. The institution has been overrun.
She looks to Dr. Zi'Tauru, who nods. My dear friend, what this young woman says is true. I've been working at Morgato. They're doing some field experiments, and there was an incident of some sort of necromancy, and the prison is, well, it's been overwhelmed by the undead, and as she starts to try to describe what she saw, the brandy arrives on platters, so there's also a glass, carafe of water for anybody who needs some, and plenty of glasses to be passed around to whoever's imbibing.
Cameron would take some water.
Ed goes straight for the brandy.
Oh, Edward, this is... You know when you're having the good stuff. This is the really good stuff. It is very, very smooth, but you can tell that's strong, and there's a bit of spice to it, and it just goes down so well. It is excellent.
Doctor, you spoil us. This is quite good.
Why, of course, my colleague here says that you saved her life. My good man, and I would love to hear all about Well, what happened?
A lot. We all came together in our own way to make sure we got out of that place.
We do not know.
Oh, go ahead.
We do not know if the warden and his ship also managed to escape.
Given that the undead seem to have originated from outside of the prison, seems
That is
unlikely
my
to me.
concern.
Alright, so this is where to spare y'all from describing everything.
the events. The events, yes.
Okay.
I don't.
Yeah, how much detail y'all will share on your behalf? If not, Dr. Zi'Tauru is going to fill in on everything that she knows.
Okay.
Ed's not going to hold anything back. The only thing he's going to kind of limit in terms of description is he's going to kind of keep Flick and his interaction with him secret. He will, however, he's not going to hide the fact that, because he's more curious about himself and everything else, like he's not going to hide the fact that his own abilities, because he doesn't quite understand them and he doesn't quite trust Flick to really give him anything genuine. But yeah, as far as what he's seen, experienced, and he's specifically hiding the Flick involvement. He's pretty upfront with what he's seen and done.
All right. So you and Dr. Zi'Tauru are both sharing your accounts, and he is absolutely entranced by this. He's holding his holding his cup of brandy, kind of swirling around, taking a sips, and he's like tranced. He'll pause, ask questions. Specifically, he's curious about the nature of the undead, specifically about how they act, about what forms of undead you encountered while you were in the facility, how you dispatched them. These all sound very academic in nature, these questions he's asking, but he is absolutely entranced by your story. He's like, why? That sounds, it is, live. You weren't involved in this. I would have called this absolutely unbelievable. It's like something out of those pretty dreadfuls. It is just almost absurd. Why? Undead uprising from nothing. The prisoners themselves becoming heroes in the story, turning over a new leaf, escape, saving you. This is riveting. I am absolutely riveted. I knew that this facility had a history to it. I had no idea.
There's also 100 Go ahead, Callum.
No, you go ahead. Just do it.
There's 150 individuals in there that could easily become more undead, and that's only inmates, not counting actual guards. And given how the undead rose, I do not know if they need to breathe. In fact, I would wage a bet that they didn't.
He's kind of chuckling. Oh, my dear, those are some good thoughts you have. Yes, some good thoughts about the problem with dealing with this insurgence of undead of this nature has not been seen in, decades. It's been decades. Well.
Moreover, if a guard ship did manage to get off and found its way here, that could include multiple undead in any area.
I see that you are weary that, it seems that there are 2 points of contention that you brought up here, young miss. What was your name again?
Carmen.
Oh, Carmen. He seems to be waiting for a surname.
Carmen.
Of course, Miss Carmen. And he kind of scoots over that. You, very, very sharp, kind of points his temples, have 2 points of concern about regarding the undead. May I ask you, young miss, have you had any first-hand encounters with these such creatures before tonight?
There's a pause. Consideration. Yes.
How interesting. May I ask where we're from?
No.
Well, I suppose that you wouldn't be here if you didn't have sort of a checkered past, would you? That's fair enough. Alright. Now, I am no scholar of necromancy myself. Of course, I have gathered quite the knowledge of over the years. A few things I should point out to you. You're worried that these undead will, you say, not treat the ocean as barrier, as they have no need to breathe. You are absolutely correct in that assumption. They do not need to breathe. However, I can assure you that the ocean will serve as a proper barrier because they are aimless creatures. They do not know where they are going. If they are the sort of undead that you threat me, which is the one that lack intelligence, they will not find their way here. The tide will take care of them. They can barely swim at all. They will be like hazards tossed to the wind. They will not gather here on our shores in force. If that is your
Even
concern.
the larger ones.
Larger ones, yes. I think there was some mention of some larger undead creature, but it was vague. Could you describe it to me? Did you encounter such a thing?
Not in person. We did see a vision which, honestly, what jump-started the entire affair. A massive creature, thin, skeletal almost, with an open chest.
Skeletal of chest. No. Good sir, you said his name was Mr. Edward.
Yes, Edward Carter.
Edward Carter, yes. Now then, may I ask you if I could elaborate on what you mean by you said you saw this thing in a vision?
Yes, a vision. I've had several. I admit it. It's easy to dismiss it as a nightmare. However, this vision was shared between me and almost everyone present.
Everyone present? He looks
Not
to
a-
Dr. Zi'Tauru, who kind of shakes her head.
Save her.
Save her. Not the staff, the prisoners specifically.
And not all prisoners, only those you see before you.
Correct. The nature of which I'm not sure what aligns us to share this vision, but it was a vision. That much I am confident of, considering what transpired afterwards.
Why, that's astounding. Absolutely astounding. I have spent many years searching for such enigmas, and several of them just wandered into my home tonight. A shared vision, some sort of divination, spontaneous. Do you have any idea what the cause was?
I
You hear in your
Eyes
head,
flick
Edward.
to Edward.
You hear in your head, Edward.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
I trust you will not divulge such things to this man.
Everything I've experienced. I'll keep you out of it, Flick. Don't worry. But I am floundering here, drowning in what all this is. If you have guidance, I'd appreciate it. Otherwise, here's one tether, and here you are barking in the back of my skull.
We are in a very delicate situation, Edward. We are at this man's mercy. We share too much. He might alert the wrong people.
And the doctor who's so keenly obsessed with you, she seems quite plugged into what you are, who you are, and what you've been involved in. What more could hurt? I'll keep you out of it. However, your entities, your gods, whatever they are, they haunt me still. And I want answers.
Dr. Zi'Tauru does not know that this vision originated from me or the presence of the Starborn. I'd like to keep it that way, if you do not mind.
How long does this silence goes on?
Yeah,
There is a
it's
just
certain
asking us-
silence right now.
Right. So there are ways that
My husband
Carmen-
everybody is like,
Carmen would speak up. There are ways that mages can get around the null gas that form.
that's quite a charming idea, and that's right. The Dr. Z lie. He looks to her. She's looking at him.
I've seen it from multiple people.
I should tell you,
Dreams could have come from anyone.
Dr. Whitehall, I should tell you what I was working on these past several months. I would love to hear what's kept you away from all of us, Lai. We've all missed you dearly. Yes, I've been investigating the possibility of a fourth branch of magic. And he just kind of chuckles. He's like, that's right. Sips his brandy. A fourth branch of magic. My dear Lai, you're the one who wrote a scathing paper on its very non-existence. How could you? He pauses, looking at her expression. She says, I've nearly proven the existence of a fourth branch of magic. One that is not affected by null gas and has other bizarre properties. A branch of magic that is wielded by, as far as I know, only 2 individuals. One of which is in this room with us, Mr. Charles Flick. He has swayed to his side. Call him the Great Scion. In the silence, there is deafening. It's not only him, but every servant in the background of this room stop what they're doing and they look over to Edward, your father, in the rear of the room, sipping on a glass of water by the hearth. She listens. That is the man, Charles Flick, who has demonstrated abilities unknown to us thus far in the field of arcanism. That is why I've had to take such a long leave of absence. I am sorry I could not tell you about this. It was ruled to be a state secret to new emperors. Well, Dr. Whitehall says, leaning in his chair. Mr. Charles Flick, is it? I thought I was done being surprised tonight. Lai, what have you brought to my home? She says, I'm sorry, Everard. I didn't have a choice. We were going to die, and with him would have gone all of my research and my life's work. It would be gone, swallowed by this undead incursion. If I didn't get him out alive, then it would all been for nothing. He looks over. I'll hear it from the man himself. You, sir. Sorry if you mind my skepticism in this matter. Are you really Mr. Charles Flick, that the cult leader as you have been known? He shakily raises his head. Yes, that is I. He looks around the room. I thank you for your hospitality. but I am afraid I cannot tell you any more than that. It's in that instance that you all see Dr. Zi'Tauru motion Whitehall over, and she whispers something in his ear. His eyes sparkle. He looks at Flick, then at the rest of you, then he leans back. But of course, well, Mr. Flick, I am most grateful to have you here. If anything, it will make a fine story at the next dining party I have. Are you unwell? Can I perhaps fetch my personal physician? And he cuts him off. No, I'm fine. Thank you.
This seems like an apt opportunity for requests, however. I would greatly appreciate access to a bath.
He chuckles. Of course, that's quite right. Mr. Kolot, he said, right? Of course. Wow. You must, judging by your accent, you must have traveled far ways to be here tonight.
Indeed.
I understand that to your people, decorum is the highest priority, and I would love to offer you all the wealth that my house has. In fact, it so happens that my guest house is currently unoccupied. You'll find whatever sort of, facilities, accoutrements that you need for your rituals will be available to you. I do see that most of you all are in need of a change of clothes. Mr. Wicker, kind of shouts to him as the halfling appears again at his side. Yes, how can I be of service? With all these new guests we have, we will need to get the guest house prepared. Could you please see if change of clothes, whatever we have available for them? Get the rooms warmed up. He counts. I'm afraid that we might have to double up some of y'all in bedrooms tonight. Now, of course, Lai turns to her. The blue room in the main estate building is yours, as I know that is your favorite. It is, not being in use right now. You can stay there. Any kind of food, warm baths, anything you need, I will supply it to you. You did give me a harrowing story like you promised. However, I must say that it is... He kind of takes in a deep breath. Not the best time for me to be housing guests in the main estate, I'll admit. We've had a bit of an incident tonight. That might make things a little bit, I would hesitate to use the word dangerous, given where you come from. It should be much safer here than it was before, but things might be a little bit unusual tonight. I would prefer it if most of you could stay in the guest house for your own safety.
Is there something we should be aware of what's happening here? And while Edward says this, Edward is, he's quickly adjusting to being a mind-lingering prick like his dad. He's already, thrown a tether over to that man's mind, and he already wants to read it. With detect thoughts, which you can do passively each day.
Yes.
With no components.
You're reading surface thoughts, I believe. Is that right?
Yes. Correct.
Alright, you are reading surface thoughts, and as you bring it up, you skim his mind. You feel this kind of these intricacies here of... You feel this kind of front of showmanship leveled with this kind of analytical mind underneath it. He's thinking to himself, astounding. On the very same night that all of this occurred, the mirror should activate. Could it be coincidence? Could it? Perhaps not. His smile is still unbroken. He's looking at you. Oh, yes, yes, of course. I must apologize, of course. Well, uh, are any of you aware of my work? He looks on you, looks at your prison uniforms again. I suspect not, but no worries. No worries, again.
Your colleagues spoke of you and with great confidence on your work with I believe it was Frozen.
Well, yes. Some have, well, characterized me as the premier scholar in ancient Ambrosia, and I'm a bit of a collector of Ambrosian artifacts, as it were. And, well, I, of course, have an extensive collection. The the result of my life's work, I've taken many expeditions in my youth to the untamed wilderness of Arkenmore, and, well, normally, my artifacts are really well studied and well kept intact. Most of them are completely inert, benign. No, as is with most Ambrosian artifacts, whatever magic compels them lost time has rendered them inactive until the right trigger activates them.
It seemed you are more on edge. You noticed something happened. Are you suggesting an Ambrosian artifact activated?
And you see Dr. Zi'Tauru is looking at him and says, Everard, what has occurred?
What do you mean?
Kind of shakes his Brandy. Oh, well, there was just a small incident that happened this evening, as it so happens. Was one of the artifacts I keep in the storeroom. One of my maids was doing routine cleaning, and, well, something she saw there rather spooked her. Whether something regarding one of my prized artifacts, a very rather old mirror that I have. Given what I know of it, it has been affectionately labeled the Mirror of Ego. Its purpose is to be uncovered. Though I had my theories, it's been entirely inert this whole time. And this maid of mine, young Miss Alice, claims that she saw something frightening in it. Now, there's a lot of superstition regarding this artifact, as a lot of people, well, who see it like to, make good jolly fun out of it, say that they see ghosts in it sometimes, or some other such nonsense, of course. So I was happy to, write this off as another such, incident of superstition, but I performed some routine tests just in case to, let Miss Alice know there's nothing to be afraid of, and unfortunately, they came up to be positive. Something in the mirror seems to be active right now, and just to be safe, I, of course, locked the room and am advising others to stay away from there until I can perform further tests in the morning.
Very well. If it's under control, that is good.
It does stand out that we go from one crisis to something else of news. Is anybody carrying anything strange?
Alan sort of looks at the
statement.
Yes.
Looks at the white maple branch, slips it into his pocket.
You're looking at a white maple. Ed's like, who has the scepter? Like, that's the most obvious.
Carmen has the scepter.
Yeah, it's like Ed's looking directly at Carmen. And you know what? Ed somehow has gotten even better at crawling in minds.
Oh?
And you're going to hear it as he kind of like casually looks at you. Carmen, do you think maybe the scepter has something to do with this? Is it ambrosia in nature?
There's a pause. Discomfort still comes.
I feel your discomfort. Oh, that doesn't help, I imagine. I can...
I do not know what ambrosian artifacts are besides what this man is talking about.
Old, ancient. I am not a good study on it myself, but
All that I know was this was used to bring the dead back to life.
He's an expert on ambrosian. Maybe we can get his opinion on it. If that is
Does he have to touch it?
He could just look at it. You could hold it out for him. You know, you are carrying it in a way. Are you not? I'm
When
sorry.
Maya touched it. There's a pause. It exerts an influence.
All right. Does it exert influence if you have like some layer of separation from direct contact?
There's another pause. I haven't heard anything. I
Okay. Then
covered
that's
it in
good.
one of my leg
then
pamphlets.
I think it's worth talking about. To just have him look at it. I mean, we're not giving it up, obviously. I'm not going to dissuade you from giving it to the church to deal with, but
If he can identify it, if he can ensure that it isn't cursed. There's another pause. Thank you for asking.
Oh my, it's gotten quite silent in here, hasn't it? Y'all must be so tired. He starts feeling the...
I have a potential artifact.
Oh, what was that, my dear? What was that?
I have a potential artifact. And she will walk closer to him from her spot at the fireplace and will put it out if there's a table or something, carefully unwrapping it from where it has been very tightly wound with cloth. There's a pause, touch it. It can exert a mental influence.
He looks at you.
It also is used to raise undead.
To raise the undead. Like the undead that you saw tonight, young miss, is that correct?
I do not know if it was the root cause of them. I would garner to guess it wasn't. But it was used to... There's a pause. Desecrate multiple tombs.
Tombs? Like the ones... Did you say you found tombs beneath the fortress of Morgato, that the dwarves built? The Valhallan dwarves?
There's a pause, and she'll look to the group before nodding.
How interesting! I'm quite intrigued. Do you mind if I take a look if you have found this in such a place?
Will you need to touch it?
Hold, please. Do this.
If it's the identify spell, unfortunately.
Why, my dear? I could look at it, or I could tell you what it does. If you allow me to touch it.
A consideration. I want your permission beforehand to take it back from you and to wrap it back up and make sure that it doesn't.
Well,
we have already seen what it does to one of our members.
A moment. I offer I imagine the good doctor here is a capable spellcaster of some renown, some capability, perhaps beyond our own abilities.
Well, kind of. Up his shaft. I know a song or two.
I imagine I am an amateur. What I can do, even I am not fully aware. but I know that those here around me can overpower me with ease. If you have a component, I may be able to do what you wish to do.
There's a blink. There's another blink. I would accept that far easily. Yes.
Now, my good chum, if I hear you correctly, you wish to borrow a classical pearl of identification as a component to perform the identify ritual on this object. I am surprised that you are aware of such a... Are you classically trained? Have you been to university?
I am not classically trained. It's not classic or traditional in any means. My knowledge is fed to me directly
No.
beyond
Alright.
my understanding. But
How...
I
The most he's ever spoken of it.
Not, well, trained in the traditional sense, but you have a knack for it. I understand there are plenty of such street magicians in the city. How about I offer you a counter-proposal? You wish to know if this is an Amphrosian artifact, it sounds like to me. You have to be talking to what some have described as the premier scholar of ancient Amphrosia. If you wish to know if this, I'll give you an intriguing object, Emotions Deceptor, is such an object. There's no one better to discern that than myself. You're concerned that what this object might have, and it is not too far-fetched to say, some sort of possessive qualities on whoever touches it. Correct? Is that your concern?
There's a nod from Carmen.
yeah, that is a concern.
Very well, here is my counter-proposal. You allow me to perform this ritual that I have performed on varying artifacts over my years to see whether this is indeed an object of ancient Amphrosia, in which case could be something of profound power and danger, of course. And if something were to occur that would cause me to turn on any of you, he turns to his butler. Mr. Wicker, could you, call Mr. Bromgold over? Yes, thank you. I will have my head of security, Mr. Bromgold, come with a few of his men ready to restrain me if I were to act out or behave in any way unusual at all. You don't know what that would look like, but they do. Would that be amenable
okay.
to you?
That is amenable. May I also offer an additional film of protection?
Of course, since we are apparently still negotiating. Quite cute. Go ahead, young man.
I haven't had the chance to use this before, but the application is certainly burned into my waking memory.
Oh?
And it sounds, I'm assured, somehow I'm assured that it will work.
That is not.
Well, good sir, but spit it out. What do you think might work?
I do require something. Do you perchance have a flask of holy water?
Oh, holy water. Why? How charmingly old school of you to have quaint holy water. It's been years since I've used such a tool. Where did perchance you come across such a thing?
It being old, I suppose, makes sense. It's knowledge that I've gained beyond my own understanding when I read a book.
When you read a book, must have been quite an insightful book indeed. Alright,
Maddening, even.
do you mind, it is a bit of a personal question, but, Mr. Carter, may I ask, good chum, if you are one of the lucky ones. Have you been touched in a way? Are you able to perform miracles? It seems like you are willing to suggest that you are a miracle worker. Is that correct? Stranger things have happened tonight. I would not be surprised at this point.
A miracle worker of the divine. No. What I've come into contact with, I could not describe as divine, holy, or godlike. No.
Well, that's
There is more concerned shuffling from the fireplace.
You and I will have to speak about this later. There are unfortunately more pressing concerns, but Mr. Carter, I am afraid I will have to inquire further about that later.
Of course, but the spell all the same, and I will chart out the components if you have any doubt in its capability, what it would do.
I would love to see this, please. What do you require?
A flask of holy water to start.
Is Ed still in Carmen's head?
No.
Got it.
He's not currently in Carmen's head, but he's like, his eyes are flitting around wildly, and if you like look at him hard enough, then like consciously and unconsciously, his mind will slip into yours.
How much holy water do you need?
25 gold's worth.
Well,
That's
I
a lot
start.
of fucking gold.
You require holy water. I'm afraid I cannot provide that to you tonight.
That's completely fair, understandable. It's an odd request. I doubt a lot of people just have holy water on hand, ready to go. Be that as it may, I would like to remain here at present to get a feel for things if I need to interject.
Why, of course, I can do this ritual in this very room if you all are amenable to that. This shouldn't take me too long.
That would be... There's a pause. Acceptable.
Right. Mr. Wicker, please fetch me my pearl.
Seamus Pearl. I'm just gonna... This is not in character, but I'm gonna crawl up all in that mine. I'm gonna rest there. I'm gonna nest there. I'm gonna live there until we determine if it's fine.
Tap in the guy's brain.
Tap, 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 motherfucker.
Alright. And so, the halfling butler comes forth with a very elegant carved wooden box that's carved in the shape of an oyster, as it were. He opens it. On a little cushion is a large, milky pearl. As the Dr. Whitehall takes it, grabs a sorry, I forget the word. A monocle. Grabs his monocle. He starts to. You're down. If you would, Miss Carmen, you kinda.
And she would put it on the table and would uncover it from the cloth that it has been very carefully wrapped in.
There's a sharp intake of breath. He sees it. He's like, oh, my word, it is beautiful. I do believe this might indeed be the genuine article. But let us see. He takes the pearl, holds it so it's reflecting the light from the fireplace. He shines it on. And he begins the ritual of identify. As Mr. Wicker, the halfling butler, presents the pearl in the little wooden oyster box. He takes it. Dr. Whitehall adjusts his monocle, takes the pearl, and brings it to the light of the fireplace to let it kind of reflect down on the black skull scepter that you have presented to him. He begins casting Identify. He does so. You see that this is a very rigid, very academic, very trained casting here. You see he's going through the motion of unraveling a pattern as he's using the pearl, and he's weighing the value of the pearl against the value of what he sees and comparing. There's some divination magic involved here for those who actually know how this works, but it's probably none of you. At the
As a sole arcade caster, yes, I don't know what's happening here.
He is going to touch the scepter and make a connection between the pearl and the scepter itself and meditate on it. Edward, are you in his head right now?
Oh, yeah, I've been resting there, nesting, if you will.
As you've been in his head, all you've been able to take from his surface thoughts were the complexities of this spell. You definitely feel like he's gone through this many times in his life. The complexities of it. He's using the Arcanus way of casting. He is using a pattern to unleash stored energy from the pearl. At the end of this, suddenly there's a shift. When he begins to see, as he's touching it, a vision in his head, which is now being shared unconsensually with you. You see a vision of this scepter on a podium as this kind of violet striking energy is being fed into it. And there is a flash as the vision changes. It's hard for you to see. There's so many glimpses of pictures here and there of the scepter being wielded by various individuals. But the last one you see is in more focus. You see looks to be a dwarven male garbed in this like elegant silken cloak. You see on his head there is the silver crown with a ram's head on it. He's garbed in jewelry and elegant clothing, and he's running, and you do not understand the words. He's shouting at people at the edges of a vision, and he's wielding the scepter. And he turns and he holds it high. He looks frightened. The color is draining from his face as he holds it, the scepter high. The skull of its maw, this violet crackling energy pours out from it, and it goes down from the scepter into his arm, crackling throughout his body, and it looks almost as if it's sucking the life energy out of him. His face grows more hollow, and he's shaking as he's holding it. He raises it higher and higher, and he commands it. Around him, figures rise. The vision breaks, shatters even, as Dr. Whitehall breaks his connection with the scepter, steps back. He's like, well, my ward, He blinks.
Carmen is already moving to cover the scepter again.
He's not even acknowledging it at that point. He's looking to Dr. Zi'Tauru. He says, well, it's not even my birthday yet for a few months, but, well, he brought me the most amazing gift here. It is the true article right here. This is indeed an artifact of ancient Ambrosia, intact, and in fact it is active. Would you believe it? It is active and still, well, quite usable. In fact, has recently been used. And Edward, because because you are in his mind, reading his surface thoughts, I'm going to share to you the identify knowledge that he managed to glean from this thing.
Very well.
It is quite a lengthy item, unfortunately. And yes, it is very strong. It is an artifact, after all. Hi, Future Grace here. I didn't read any of this out. Sorry, I'm still pretty new to this format. So here it is really quick for anyone listening who's curious about what it says on the Black Skull Scepter description. First section, using charges. The Black Skull Scepter contains a maximum of 8 charges. As an action, an intelligent creature attuned to the Black Skull Scepter can expand a number of charges to raise one dead body within 30 feet. When doing so, the creature can choose to raise a dead body as any undead creature of a CR according to the number of charges used, as shown on the table below. It ranges from 1 to 8 charges there. Starting with 1/8 CR with 1 charge to a whopping CR 3 with the 8 full charges used. Underneath that, it's replenishing charges. The Black Skull Scepter regains 1 charge every day at dusk. Replacing charges. The wielder of the Black Skull Scepter can also imbue this item with their life energy, allowing them to replace a number of charges of their choosing. When doing so, they must take 1d8 times the number of charges they are replacing in necrotic damage. Thus, you can elect to hurt yourself to get the charges back. Controlling undead. The wielder of the Black Skull Scepter can control any undead creature they raise through its magic as if through the Summon Undead spell. It's one of the 5.5 updated spells that simplifies things. Then there is a Compelling Undead option. The Black Skull Scepter can also be used to compel undead creatures that the wielder did not raise. As an action, an intelligent creature attuned to the Black Skull Scepter can make one undead creature within 30 feet make a wisdom saving throw with a DC of 13 minus the creature's DC rounded up. So this gets harder to do, the more powerful the undead creature is. Intelligent undead creatures make the save with advantage. On a failure, the undead creature is under the wielder's control for 24 hours, as with the Summon Undead spell. So there's an expiration date where they have to redo it. When targeting a creature this way, the wielder can choose to increase the DC of the saving throw by taking 1d8 times each number raised in necrotic damage. For example, if the wielder wishes to raise the DC to 15, they must first take 2d8 necrotic damage before the spell is cast. So, once again, you hurt yourself, you can raise the DC and maybe compel a much more powerful undead. Last section, control limitations. The wielder of the Black Skull Scepter can only control a number of undead creatures through its magic equal to their proficiency modifier. If they attempt to raise or compel any additional undead creatures, they must choose to relinquish control of others. So you can't just keep sending more charges every day to make an army. Still rather complex, completely homebrewed magical item I made to represent sort of the power of the Ambrosian artifacts here. Not something that you'd likely see published, but overall I think it captures what I was going for.
Christ alive, okay. I'm so sorry, everybody.
Why are you apologizing?
Carmen does not want to see that.
Look, I don't think anyone's going to fight you. It's like, yeah, this is a very strong artifact. Also, we are never going to use it.
Don't you guys want to risk all your life?
Alright, look, Ed has no particular, attachment to this fucking thing. Especially after what he's seen, what he's dealt with. The gremlin in me looks at this as like, oh, it's pretty good, actually.
As he turns to you all. What you have brought here is, of course, an item of almost unimaginable power, and of course, he chuckles. No one should use this. It is, of course, Absolutely. A project of the ancient Afrosians, as I'm sure none of you are aware, but maybe you've heard. Some of you, if any of you've all had any studies in the subject, though I doubt it. Most of these items, even if it's not immediately apparent, are of course cursed. We do not know if it was a vengeance on their part to punish any who would dare to use their items of power after they perished, or if it was a side effect of their, well, their rather unusual methods of channeling magical power. But, of course, this should not be used. However, I would absolutely love to add this to my collection, to keep it safe and study it.
I'd rather take it to the church.
The church? You are aware, my dear, what they do with artifacts at the church, correct?
Yes.
It would be a horrible loss to the canon of arcane knowledge.
There's a flick of eyes around the room. Unless someone speaks up, I don't care.
Now, let's not make any hasty decisions regarding this. Of course, you're my guests, my guests in my own house. You are
Would one of you
rather
the kindness
tired.
Oh.
What was that?
Would one of you do the kindness of explaining the severity of this reaction?
Whose reaction?
Oh, everybody's like, don't use the thing, and it's like, why? Everybody just keeps saying,
Because
don't
it's
use the
cursed.
thing.
All right. Well,
How cursed? What do you mean by cursed?
like I hate how wrong church lady is just by gut feeling. Like, she's totally justified it, but it's not like baked in anything scientific.
Does it have a negative effect on the user?
Yes, we've already experienced it.
Well,
It is
okay,
not
so
to be used, of course, for its intended purpose.
You call it a negative effect, but really it was rather pleasant.
Maya, no.
Has the young
Well, that-
All I'm
lady here
saying is if you're getting this way,
This could,
you owe me so many tickets to Ranger
yeah.
Rick movies.
this artifact, if kept in, he already has other artifacts of a similar nature. This could help endear him to us further, if we mean to use his estate as a base of operations.
place of operations.
I suppose
How
that now is the
intriguing.
time then.
Why, this estate
Whitehall.
has rarely seen such intrigue action in so many years. I would love to hear more about your intentions, young man. I would love to hear it.
Eyes are immediately glaring at Edward.
Oh,
We will skip ahead then. I was hoped to bathe beforehand, but I suppose we're going to tip our hands.
Oh, please, if you'd rather
Hands
discuss
up.
this in the morning, please. By all means.
He raises a hand, his left, to his eye level, palm open, like, no. Now is the time.
He acknowledges that you're making the gesture and kind of waits for you.
Whitehall. Clan Koloth requests your hospitality for the near and extended future, and the usage of your guest house, and, if necessary, some of your staff. In exchange, as is custom, I provide you 3 gifts. 1, the gift of my mind. I may consult with you on any issue, so long as my knowledge can be of help. 2, the gift of my arm. Should you come under attack, me and mine will defend you and yours. And 3, the gift of my soul. During this meeting, I have prepared a poem just for this occasion. I'll present it to you if you're ready.
He stands up straight and kind of makes a similar gesture. Well, somewhat clumsy, he looks confident in it, and he's like, please, the son of Koloth, by all means.
Oh, no.
What? Ole, ak, milokno, un, Yusuf, putloch. And then he sits.
Tai Omloch, he says, which in Goblinese means I am honored.
You may have the rest of the night to consider the deal.
Well, of course, I believe I have made my decision, but I will do as you advise and consider this. Thank you all very kindly for apprising me of your story, of your company. I am curious more of where y'all came from, how you came to be in this prison, but I will not ask that tonight. I am mostly, well, you have me intrigued, you have me invested in where this will go. And of course you brought me this beautiful artifact. I will make sure that is safe for the night. I will not tamper with it in any way. You have my word, my honor. Nods to call off again. I will not do anything with it while it is here. Without your express permission, of course. It is... Oh, look at the time. We only have a couple hours until dawn, even. You should all be rested, please. Let my butler escort you to the guest house. Now, of course, some of you will have to share rooms because there's... Well, unfortunately, there's only 4 rooms in the guest house itself. Dr. Zi'Tauru, she's like, yes, I will stay here in the estate. Of course. And Mr. Flick, please.
Alright,
It would be my honor if you stayed with us in this main estate.
Oh, I don't like that.
He flicks his eyes over to Edward, then to Whitehall.
Rest assured, I think we might wish to keep all of our company together for these first few nights.
If it's all the same, some of us did arrive here in different states of physical wellness.
Quiet, Trent.
Oh shit! No! Oh fuck! Oh shit! Ed would state that we've all arrived here in different stages of like physical wellness. Like Lester Locks is not great, and Charles Flick certainly is not great.
Wait,
Leaving
Locks
them
is in the corner on his 3rd cup of brandy. He's like,
Alright, well, he's freaking up.
He's having the time of his
God.
fucking life right now.
Alright, I want Caleb Caleb with Locks. There's only one person like Ed trusts with Locks. It's Caleb.
I think we can make that happen.
Oh, please, if you would mind to tell me how you're splitting the rooms, that might make it easier for my my staff. So,
How many
rooms.
beds are in each room?
Let's see, these gentlemen here, and this, yes, thank you. So, Mr. Carter, Mr. Locks, Mr. Callum, I'm sorry, sir, not to be rude, what was your full name?
Callum Burna.
Mr. Callum Burnane. Good to meet you. Ah, you have the accents of the old world. How intriguing.
Come from an older
Of course.
place.
Of course, the 3 of you, that's the one room. 3 more are available. I believe the ladies would perhaps looks to Carmen, Maya,
Yes.
Creed.
Wow.
And there are 4 rooms you do not have to all share, of course.
I take it the good doctor's gonna get her own room.
The good doctor
Oh,
is saying
Oh,
that
She's staying in the
it's
blue room in the estate.
yeah. The blue room's been highlighted heavily so far.
Thank goodness.
Do you say that out loud?
Yes.
Maya.
Yeah, Maya has no filter.
Yeah. He blinks at you. It is a shame, young miss, that you will not get to spend more time with the good doctor. There's much she could teach you.
I'm done with elves.
Maya.
I've had my fair share of them.
But
What
yeah,
an interesting thing for, well, a lady such as yourself to say. He says he's not saying anything about the fact that you're disappointed, but he's implying it heavily.
Yeah. Ed does not want to leave Charles Flick alone. So he's
Carmen
gonna.
is also being pretty readily apparent with we don't want to put Charles Flick in the main manor.
Well, if Charles Flick goes to the main manor, fucking Ed's there. Ed's like glued to him immediately. No. I know you, you piece of shit. You doctor choking, cult leading piece of shit.
Yes. Flick will actually smile and say, if no one objects, I will have a room to myself.
I object. You are still recovering. Someone should look after you.
Indeed, this young man is correct. Well, I could call my personal physician over. He'll be here tomorrow if you'd like. But for now, if you need anything, perhaps this young man should accompany you.
I think I should. I have
Seriously.
Yes, I've become intimately attached to this man and his well-being, as I have with others. I should see it to the end, I think.
Very well, it's settled. This young man, Mr. Carter, Mr. Charles Flick, our esteemed guest, and I would love to hear more from you, sir. Well, about your life story, if you dare to indulge it to me. I shall share a room. That's just another room there. And you, Mr. Guilt. Well, he says, well, if you don't mind, I wouldn't mind sharing a room with Mr. Kolos. Shrug.
And they were roommates.
And they were roommates.
Roommates.
You are certainly welcome.
Of course. And yes. Good man, good chap there, good chap. I like an open-minded gentleman.
I think that's all four, right?
Alright, so just to be clear, who's sharing your room with
Count
you
of four.
then?
So all the girls are unfortunately currently sequestered to one room.
Only if you want to.
Flick and Flick the younger are sequestered to another.
Mm-hmm.
Flick.
Callum and
Lester.
old man Lester, thank you,
Lester, okay.
are sequestered to another.
Yep.
And Guilt and Koloff are in a third and the fourth.
Yep, that's 4 rooms.
Am I missing anyone?
Nope, the rest are gonna be separate. Okay. So then Mr. Wicker, the butler, is going to escort you all across the estate to the guest house, which is situated across from the private swimming pool. Now, this is clearly a more recent addition. It's more modern. It is kind of Art Deco style, in contrast to the classical styling of the main estate. Like I said, there's 4 bedrooms upstairs. Downstairs, you have a fairly lavish living room. There is a fully stocked kitchen, and there is a study. Each of the 4 rooms has a private balcony. 2 of them are overlooking the harbor. 2 of them are overlooking the pool. Bird, at a later date, if we'd like to, map this out, that's up to you.
I got you.
I love
Balcony.
And each of your rooms, because people are doubling up, they brought in some what looks like to be some love seats, or not love seats, chaise lounges and other such things have been brought in to be used as temporary beds for people to use as extra bedding. Every room has several very nice robes of different sizes that you could change into immediately. The baths have already been started by the time you get there. There are hot baths available when you arrive. There are bowls of fruits and carafes of water and glasses in each room. There are lit fireplaces to warm up at. It's all been ready for you while you were talking to the owner of the estate. That's correct. In a while. So you have water, you have food, you have some nice robes to change into, you have baths ready, soap. All these luxuries that have been denied to you these past months, years even, are now readily available. You do notice, however, the presence of security outside the house, patrolling the perimeter while you're staying there, including the guard drakes. And as you all are getting ready to retire for this evening, this very strange eventful day that you've had, anything else that you would like to do?
Bathe.
Bathe. Yes. You're going to bathe.
Oh my god.
You're going to brush your teeth too and everything else.
Yes. Holy shit.
Does Charles Flick need assistance to bathe?
He will
Trent, that's disgusting.
refuse any assistance.
Why are you emphasizing that?
I'm fucking stuck in the room with him. It feels awkward for me as it does you. Okay, I just need to know.
Don't
He
worry,
is
Dad.
your
I'll
father.
take care of it.
Yeah, he's my invalid father who I kind of don't like. So I get it.
I kinda don't like.
Alright, so he's shaky, he's slow, but he can still stand and walk around. As he's getting ready for the evening, he'll look to you and say, Edward, I am sure we have a lot of catching up to do.
I hate that there's this tense moment between us when we're in bathrobes.
I think that it can wait. For now, he gestures to the bathroom. I'm going to take a hot bath and go to sleep.
Of course, yeah. There's a lot to talk about once you get settled. Yeah. Don't crawl out, and I hate I have to emphasize this considering everything we've done and everything I've seen. Don't crawl out of the room and choke out someone.
Well, that will take considerable effort given our situation.
It didn't. Flick, it did not stop you before. I'm just saying.
That hag tried to carry me off last time. I will promise you, she attempts to do the things that she did to me at the prison. She will meet an early demise. You brought me here. You will eat the consequences.
Alright. Clearly you have been down there for so long. You should never open with that. Eat the consequences. So you are guilting me into saving you. That's like you as the person I'm saving. You should never do that while I'm here. While I'm present, while I'm still piecing things together. That is the worst possible opener you could have done with while we're here in bathrobes. Just saying right now.
Both of you in your silk bathrobes. Is someone else's initials on them? But he looks unfazed. Shakes his head. You won't do anything, Edward. I don't think so.
You're not wrong, but you belittling me in that statement really makes me want to conjure some kind of courage to do something. You must have been locked away for some time if you can't read social cues. You were head of a cult, as I understand. I imagine you have some charisma, some modicum of understanding of how people think and feel, and I'm not seeing that here, Charles Flick. I'm opening with that now in case you want to just open, if you want to start, like, they're going to talk to you, they're going to interview you, by the way, that is unavoidable at this point.
I am aware, and do not worry. Give me some time to recover. How people think, how they feel, well, to me, is all as simple as reading a book. I'm sure you're being made aware of that yourself. You have a book on your position after all, don't you, Edward?
See, it should be some, like, vague, threatening language for others, but I know what you can do, because I can do it, and this sounds very threatening. Altogether, yes, I have a book. A book you did not pen, you transcribed, and it has stuck. Let me put it to you, because I am searching for answers here. I've read it, and it has implanted itself into the folds of my mind, and I cannot shake them. I see things, I hear things, I feel things that I have never felt before.
You are breaching the tip of the iceberg. But I grow tired of this conversation. I would like to rest.
Oh, of course,
Not
please. Of course, rest your eyes, you asshole. I am patient.
And with that, you guys get your long-awaited, long-rewarded rest for the night. Only a few hours before dawn, as y'all begin your new lives on the estate of Dr. Everard Whitehall.
For the first time ever, Carmen sleeps in past dawn.
Indeed, your rhythm is completely broken. You are starting a new rhythm, but there are no alarm bells going off in the morning. There's no one to shout you out of your bed. There's no one to force you to go anywhere. You're left to stay in your beds, in your rooms, sleeping. The blackout curtains drawn. And thus, we will transition. The rest of the session is going to be, well,
let's
discussion.
see this downtime.
Oh, downtime.
About downtime. Hello, Feature Grace again. So, we spent the rest of this session going over my homebrewed downtime rules. This is, of course, extension to the downtime rules released in Xanathar's Guide several years ago. And it's kind of made as a companion to the Bastion rules that you'll find in the 2024 Dungeon Master's Guide, where those kind of only focus on the Bastion, the hirelings, building your own fort or business, what have you. This is, of course, character-focused, showing what each individual character is working on between adventures, or, in the case of Arkenmore, between jobs and missions. I might release these downtime rules later, but we're still filling them out and testing things. However, we will, of course, pick up next week where this session left off. This has been another episode of Arkenmore D&D Noir. Thank you for listening.